of my past keeps trying to explain to me my scars. And I keep pushing her away, screaming, no, they're yours, not ours. And there's this cold wind blowing through, separating me from you.
Well, hello there, vinyl community. Elliot here, Lazy Dogs Records, and you were just listening to Teni Rane, who is a folk singer, singer-songwriter that I just became aware of very recently, and I purchased her album, Goldenrod, the other day, and have listened to it a few times, and want to offer an album review for you and hopefully introduce you to a new artist you might be interested in. Now, I heard her on the radio/TV show Wood Songs, where she was appearing, and really liked what I heard. So that prompted me to go to Bandcamp, purchase her album from her. She's an independent artist, so she's producing her own album and releasing it through Bandcamp in various formats. I'll put a link down to her Bandcamp page as well. Here, let you take a look at it. Nice cover, isn't it? And there, of course, she is. Just to talk about the actual physical album now, this is a limited release on vinyl. It's available in, several formats. And it comes as a clear vinyl. I think there's 200 in some, a pressing of a couple of hundred, a little more than a couple of hundred vinyl copies in that way. It's and when I got it, she autographed it and said thanks, enjoy, with her name on it, and that's very nice of her to do. The record came flat. I cleaned it, no issues, no clicks, no pops. Plays beautifully. And why can't the big companies do this? I don't know. This was manufactured by Got a Groove Records, which I think is out of Cleveland, based on the sticker on here on the outer sleeve. But this record has a poly sleeve rather than a paper sleeve. So a nice little addition to all of us that get irritated by paper sleeves and the damage that they can cause to otherwise excellent record. She went to the trouble of not only signing it, but including a flyer that talks about each of the songs and who plays on the album and credits for the album. And she threw in a little personal note. And I thought that was very nice of her, thanking me for purchasing the record and saying that, if they get through, if she gets touring into North Carolina, I hope I have an opportunity to hear her perform live. And I certainly hope I do get that opportunity. Now, the specifics about the album, I talked about who manufactured it, but she wrote all the songs except for one, and there are 13 songs on here, and one of the songs that she wrote, she had a co-writer. The rest were solely written by her. She did all the arrangements on here. She co-produced with Mike Stevenson at Classic Recordings in Bristol, Virginia, and Mike Stevenson did the mixing and the mastering of the record. And there in Bristol, Virginia, the lacquer cut was done by Well Made Music. I believe it's Clint Holly and Dave Polster cut the lacquer for it. This album is a introspective singer-songwriter album, I guess you would say. Lyrically, a lot of introspective and reflective lyrics in the ear. Well-constructed songs, both lyrically and the arrangements for the song. A lots of use of nature in the lyrics. These are not your poppy boy meets girl love breakup songs for the most part. They are deeper than that. All these songs are well constructed lyrically, well arranged, nice, beautiful little melodies. Nothing pop about this. This is definitely a songwriter's album. The use of nature in the lyrics, whether it's like Goldenrod, the title of the album, or cinnamon, or the seasons and how they change, things like that, that make it interesting lyrically. It's not a shallow album as far as songs or lyrics are concerned at all. This is a song album you can listen to the songs multiple times and get added meaning and understanding the more you listen to them, the more you think about them, and that sort of thing. So she's very good songwriter. And now what you heard to begin with was just her solo with the guitar. This a folk singer setting, I guess you'd say, and that's how I heard her on the show I saw her on. But this album is done with a full band. It's mostly, not exclusively, mostly acoustic instruments. There's some electric guitar and some steel guitar in there, but very light touches of that. So you get a lot of guitars and other stringed instruments, piano, and but what really, I think, really makes this album, musically speaking, is the use of the cello. Dave Egger is the cellist on here. He also plays some piano on here. And the places where I would have thought a violin would come in, would be utilized, it's all done with the cello. And that, that little deeper tone of the cello in contrasting with the female vocals, I think really gives the music a depth to it that sets it apart, from the usual or mundane or the expected, I guess you would say. So musically, I really like this as well as lyrics. So I hope you'll check this artist out, Teni Rane. The album is Goldenrod. And if you like singer-songwriters, if you like folk singers, if you like good lyrics, this is an album that I recommend you check out. Remember, folks, please be kind to your neighbors because, folks, we are all neighbors. And I'll leave us with a little more from this fine artist.
I've heard everything changes. I don't think it's true. Some things stay the same, like how I think of you when you're far away, and I'm lying here on my own. And I remember the feel of your hand holding mine as we drove through the mountains to see what we'd find if we got away, got to take a breath under blue skies. And I see goldenrod sway as leaves tumble and play. The summer fades in the fall. I try to hold on to time, oh, I catch it in rhymes, 'cause it's all we are.